This is your weekly briefing from PI Education and Pursuit magazine. I'm Hal Humphreys. For the past 2 months, we've been talking about origin stories, how people got started in this business. For the rest of the month, we're going to be talking about another way to gain an origin story or to help someone get an origin story, and that is mentoring. Do you mentor? Have you ever been mentored? We posted a thread on Facebook last week, and I think some folks commented on Twitter with it about mentoring. Some people see it as competition, training up their competition. I think that's the wrong way to think about it. If you can train young investigators to do really good quality work, they become ambassadors for the industry. It helps us be more professional, to train people to do the work and do it well. Last week I posted a quick tweet on Twitter talking about that I was heartbroken and that I'd seen a wrong outcome. I can't remember the tweet exactly, but I got several comments from people asking if I was okay. Several people reached out via text and telephone, through email, asking if I was okay. Last week, the federal government executed their first person in 17 years. That person was Danny Lee Lewis. Danny was a client of mine. The work of a private investigator can be lonely. And having people reach out and say, hey, sorry you're having a bad day, is there anything I can do? That really helps. In the thread we had on Facebook last week, we had several investigators reach out talking about mentorship. Bill Brasky said, I had 3 incredible mentors who not only taught me to be excellent, but to be a good ambassador for the profession. That's what it's about, training people to be ambassadors for the profession. Steve Morrow, a friend of ours, good guy, Steve Morrow said, I had a few throughout the years and I've been blessed enough to pay it forward as well. That's another way to think about it. If you can pay forward, if somebody showed you some tricks of the trade, if someone brought you along, pay it forward. Do the same thing for someone else that's trying to get into the business. Lisa Dowda responded, the really talented investigators mentor you into becoming their peer or partner. And I think that's a key. Really talented investigators don't worry too much about competition. Dean Beers, our good friend from Associates in Forensic Investigations, author of the course Medico-Legal Death Investigations at PI Education, says he had no mentors, learned the hard way on his own. Locally, it was seen as competition. Finally found some, still friends decades later. So even if you're self-taught, there's going to be somebody that helps you out along the way. And that's mentorship. That's all it is. Being a mentor for someone doesn't mean you dedicate 5, 6, 10 hours a week. It means you're available to bounce ideas off. It means you help them learn how to do the trade better. Kenneth Brown says he's been a process server for 10 years and wants to talk to a working private investigator about the business. There's an opportunity for someone to be a mentor. Kenneth Brown has been a process server, so you know he's got the skills that a private investigator has. He knows how to find people. He's tenacious. He's going to knock on doors and deliver those papers. Good skill set, but he just needs someone to help him get his head around how to do the investigative business. That thread is pinned to the top of our Facebook page, so you can go comment on that thread or you can direct message him through Facebook. Again, mentoring is a great way to give someone that origin story. Finally, this week on Thursday, we have our monthly webinar with PI Education, and I'm joined by Angelica Brooks from Alabama. Angelica is a new private investigator and nonprofit founder. She volunteers to look for leads in cold cases, missing persons, and trafficking cases. She is considering going full-time as a private investigator, looking for solid advice. Again, another opportunity to mentor. Also, check out Angelica's article in Pursuit magazine. It was widely shared last week. Origin stories from CSI to new PI. It posted on July the 10th. Check out that story, read up a little bit about Angelica, and join us on Thursday for the PI Education monthly webinar. Again, I'm Hal Humphreys, and this is your weekly briefing from PI Education and Pursuit magazine.